What price does Qantas put on its reputation? Just days after announcing a record profit, the airline's brand is in freefall, accused of selling tickets for flights it had already cancelled. It comes as the flying kangaroo backflips on flight credits.
Big brand ads that make you feel good about a company actually give you a bit of leeway to weather a storm, but not forever.
For 8,000 of the flights, Qantas continued to sell tickets on those flights after the cancellation date.
Another day and more turbulence for Qantas.
There is a maximum penalty per contravention of $50 million.
Our national carrier once again heading to court, this time accused of misleading customers. The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission launching federal court action against the flying kangaroo for allegedly selling flights it had already cancelled in 2022. Gina Cass-Gottlieb, chair of the ACCC.
We have evidence that part of the considerations were optimisation of the network, responding to lower yields than they expected.
They really needed money after a really tough period of time. And you have to wonder pretty cynically about how desperate they were and what they were prepared to do in order to get more money in the door.
Joe Aston from the Australian Financial Review. He says the allegations against the airline are some of the most significant ever brought by the ACCC.
There really isn't any difference here between what Qantas has done and what AMP and the National Australia Bank did, and when they were continuing to sell financial products to dead customers.
But Flight Centre boss Graham Turner sees it differently.
It's not the sort of thing we think that you would do deliberately to make money for commercial reasons.
But that's exactly what the ACCC is alleging. Graham says people need to remember the time period in question was during COVID border closures.
Really tough. And yeah, you've got to look back and see what our industry and the airline industry went through during that period.
But from customers, there's little sympathy.
I think it's pretty poor. Yeah, absolutely. If they're doing that, then they're taking money from people. I think Jetstar's a little bit worse.
So I've had like 3 cancellations today. So I'll get home. I've been here since, well, my flight was to start at 6 o'clock.
Probably a lack of trust there at the moment and lack of alternatives, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit of trust might be lacking there if you are in that position where it is a fake flight, yeah.
And experts say, if proven, it's hurting the brand.
They've sort of sold out their brand for sort of a quick little financial hit, but I think long term that's going to cost them.
Advertising guru Dee Madigan says Qantas is becoming a victim of its own making, from today's latest lawsuit to holding on to flight credits to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars.
I think Qantas is sometimes, its own worst enemy. Australians want to love Qantas.
Dee says it's convenient timing. Qantas announced today it would be scrapping the December deadline for customers to use flight credits from cancelled flights during COVID.
I would like them to make the process easier as well, because I don't know if you've tried to claim Qantas credits, but oh my God, it's tricky.
Just 3 days ago, at a Senate inquiry into the cost of living, CEO Alan Joyce faced a grilling along with the Jetstar CEO Steph Tully to confirm the airlines wouldn't be budging on the credit deadline for the near $500 million.
Is there any circumstances where you would extend beyond this year?
Qantas and Jetstar have both extended 3 times already. And you'll see by the numbers that we're down to the last line of the use.
3 days on, in the midst of yet another lawsuit, now there's no expiry date. Despite the win for customers, Alan Joyce was laying low today. We invited the CEO to speak to A Current Affair. Instead, he sent out this video message with no chance for our questions.
If you were Alan Joyce, you would not be fronting the cameras today. Fronting the cameras hasn't been going well for him lately. I don't think we need more of Alan Joyce talking.
The damage that's been done isn't insurmountable. But also, they have to take it seriously because it seems to be one thing after another. And if I was Qantas, I would use the incoming CEO as a brand reset.